both teams. We had the final picks, right? Seemed to be what the panel was expecting, and I think what most people were. We get the puck coming out from Spirit, and then Tundra. A little bit of hesitation, but I think we always knew it. They were going to go with the Monkey King.
They're probably just, the internal debate between the Monkey King and the Ember, I think maybe was coming out, because you could see the potential there as Lornoff has liked to play it a lot. The cheap route would be quite nice versus the Stampede, and is good versus the puck in general. But I do feel like both teams kind of got what they wanted. It's just going to be who can execute it a little bit better. Maybe Tundra having a bit of an edge in particular with this type of draft based off of the lanes, but we'll have to see how execution ends up coming down, because Miposhka, I've seen him have some pretty great games on this Hoodwink. Maybe one of the one did get thrown away a little bit because they had this Terror Blade, if you remember the kind of comeback that ended up happening from it. But he's had some good games on it. And let's see how Satanic's going to be able to do on this Luna, since he is playing versus some counters, in particular the Shadow Demon. I was a little shocked that they just went straight for it there. I thought that he was going to play one of the more elusive carries, because they were pretty limited on the lockdown, and we have seen them do it before, but wants to, I guess, have a bit of a better laning start, is what that would tell me. But yeah, let's see. Interesting, though, everyone taking normal facets. I was checking around to see if anyone did anything different. The only one that is different is actually Isaksa. He takes the Shadow Servant this time around.
Let's see how well Lornoff's able to do it in the mid against the puck.
Yep. And let's see how bottom goes. Let's see I think they did pick this Luna to have a bit of a stronger lane, but I feel like this is such a good Shadow Demon lane. I feel like Sox is going to be able to control this lane. Every time he uses Disruption, he can just secure Doom's last hits very nicely.
Yeah, I mean, overall, what do you imagine sort of the plan is when it comes to timings for Spirit pushing with their Luna, as opposed to like the ramp up Nightfall on the Alchemist? He's
hunting stuff. He should just die here.
Get the stomp into the tag team right clicks. That's going to be Nightfall going down. First blood for Malik.
Oh, what were you saying? Sorry.
In terms of kind of the timings of an Alk lineup versus a Luna lineup when it comes to the points of a game where they're normally at their strongest, or where they hit sort of the peak.
I would imagine that Tundra is definitely looking to play a bit faster, even though they do have a bit of that greed between the Doom and the Alk. The fact that they have this Monkey King is them looking to be able to get an advantage based off of these lanes. And this Chen Alchemist, we just saw it the last game too. It got kind of crushed, but the concept about it is just kind of winning your lanes and then snowballing off of that one. Spirit, I would say, can be a bit slower, but their draft does scale very hard with this Luna, if they can get to the timings in particular. So yeah, we'll see how the lanes go, and if the timings do get hit, because right now the lanes are looking pretty good for the side of Spirit.
Yeah, that top lane.
That top lane in particular.
There's only one CS. 2 CS now for Nightfall. It's a slow start for the out.
They did do it very nice. The initial stun, he walked in, and they both just kind of were like, peace. They both just played on the tree line, so Nightfall did end up stunning himself. That shouldn't really happen up there, right?
Also, yeah, very
There's the
slow
double
first
melee.
couple of waves.
Yeah, versus double melee when you have a Chen behind you too. Nightfall with a pretty big slip up there to be able to give Malik that first blood. Malik could just free farm now.
Yeah, kind of hard to harass him out of the lane.
You can burn his mana.
The beginning's gone.
But he can just stand there with the extra armor that he's going to be able to get from that first blood and extra stats. Yeah, that top lane. It's going to be pretty nice for the side of Spirit in particular. And bottom so far, Satanic, he's doing very good there. Even though Sox is being annoying with his constant disruptions, 33 so far hasn't been able to get aggressive onto the Luna because it is a double ranged lane. So every time 33 does step up, he takes a ton of damage.
Yeah, that mid really where Tundra is managing to shine in this laning stage. Of course, the response there with the Monkey King pick playing out perfectly against the puck. 20-7 against the 13-0.
Yeah, Lornoff is going to be the one to watch for the pace dictation from the side of Tundra.
So you're going to end up having to do quite a bit really to save some of these lanes. I mean, yeah, top. We already see it. It's going to be one of those games where Nightfall is going to have to fall back and hope to recover, because finding the farm from the lane is continuing to prove to be rather difficult for the out.
Malik is playing, getting this kill with Malik is just so nice. We have Bracer, Chainmail, and he's actually bringing Mangoes up there to be able to potentially have the mana to be able to go for the aggressive plays if Whitemon's not careful. And this is going to be a big Centaur with the way that it started out for him. Just that we're going to see how Lornoff looks to make the moves around to be able to shut down these lanes harder, because he is going to crush mid. So we'll see how what Laurel does to be able to stand this. I already saw he was kind of cutting the creep wave in the mid lane, but it's bound to be a difficult time for him. Bottom, they keep trying to get aggressive onto Satanic, but the double range poke, it is really adding up onto 33.
Yeah.
He's still farming well, but he's not pressuring the Luna. So Saksa is at least able to secure that farm, but Satanic is also just getting that free farm. Level 3s have been hit, so Saksa does have level 2 poison now.
Far enough.
Nice dodge.
Continuing to do very, very well in this matchup.
Plays the lane in a normal position there, you know, in the river. And Nightfall still 15 CS to the 31.
Double the CS in 5 minutes. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I think, you know, no matter how, even if they did anticipate this lane was going to be tough, I don't think they sort of saw it going this different between Nightfall and Malik's outcome of this lane.
Climb on. There's a snowball. Nightfall's going to stun himself again.
Getting under the tower. They'll got another double edge. They'll get the kill. Rue might dive for this one.
Doesn't get the last hit though on Nightfall. Wasn't able to get that set up. Satanic. 4 poison stacks. We'll have to back away. I think the 5th one. He tanked the 5th one.
Okay, well that's goodbye Satanic. Yeah, yes, he said you can never underestimate that number 5. You're probably not going to live for it.
No,
when it appears over your head.
He'll be able to walk away. Yeah, Saksa. He found the angle there.
See if Rue's able to punish him. Saksa.
Yeah, it goes from like, what, 288, I believe, to like 590 damage or something at level 2.
Denied to the neutrals.
He does.
Do it. Saksa. I mean, he gets the kill, he gets the courier, and he gets the deny. Job done.
And he's been securing 33's lane, and yeah, Satanic,
oh,
he
there
can't
we
believe
go.
it.
I mean, as you say, when you sometimes it does catch you by surprise sometimes, even though we all know, you know, as I said, when those 5 stacks are there, it's a lot of damage. But when it hits you, that's when you really remember that it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think it is 596 damage, if I wasn't mistaken, at that level 3 poison. Or level 2 poison, sorry. And Alex Farm, it's starting to get better. Yes, it doesn't reflect so much on the CS, but in terms of net worth, that's where Alchemist always just has that much better. It's 28, which is similar to the Luna, but he's actually got a 1,400 gold separation between him and that Luna, so... Those lanes, definitely starting to see the effect of them already, how Tundra likes to set them up a 3k lead just off of those small moves.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Making the rotation here on the Monkey King, but doesn't quite see a chance to get in onto the top, as Malik's already pulled back.
They bring 3 heroes. Definitely don't want to make the move there on Lorinov. Not after the momentum he's been able to get in the mid lane. Don't want to just feed or kill and lose all of it that you've been able to get. There's a hot start here for the side of Tundra.
It is.
As we said, they want to play for these lanes. They want to dominate them and get that ball rolling. It's a lot slower.
That one lane, the top lane, it's completely fallen away with that difference, that lead that Malik had.
And Nightfall now
has couple of minutes.
Nightfall now has stacks.
Yeah.
So he's going to massively accelerate. While for the Luna, it's not really the easiest lane in particular for Satanic to just walk up now. Doom is almost 6. So Satanic has to just kind of play jungle. And when he's behind, he doesn't farm at the same rate as an Alchemist just going to the jungle at this point. Saksa now also just making moves since 33's got a free lane.
Oh, Rue. It's on a little bit of a walk through the enemy jungle. He's got the shards to block Lorinov off, but Lorinov is going to be ready to jump in.
Does he have anything to snowball to?
Snowball is at the ready. Take it back over towards the mid. Lorinov's trying to chase him down. See if they can dive this. Lorinov certainly wants to, but
good bushwhack.
Able to finish off Rue, and now potential turnaround. The Dream Coil's down onto both of them. Malik's in with a stampede. He closes in Who Stomp down onto Lorinov. They'll be able to punish this, as Tundra tried to push on a little too hard for that kill under the tier 1.
Over aggressive under the tower there. You can see they were kind of hesitant of it too. Like Saksa's like, do we really want to go? Lorinov pushes too far. But Poshka, patience from the bushwhack, immediately pings and calls for the TPs.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Quite a
under
painful
attack.
move to make there,
Dire's
considering they did have the
middle
lead.
tower
They had a
is
solid
under
hold, but...
And look at Puck's net worth now compared to the Monkey King. Back to even, at least with him. Nightfall. Bit of an interesting kind of move down here. He just takes away the area away from the Luna.
I like it. I mean, this is a very financially beneficial area, right?
Yeah.
These sort of small camps around the twin gates, both sides. If you can clean up yours and clean up theirs, that's a good bit of cash increase here for the out.
It is pretty crazy how much those camps are worth for an Alchemist. The fact that there are so many more small and medium camps for him to spawn either mud golems or satyrs. Pushka?
They should find him here.
They should have.
Lorinov joins the fight.
And Tundra's going to play very aggressive this game. It's just going to be the call of how does Spirit look to react to those overextensions that come out. Do they have Stampede or Coil to punish in most situations as top?
They're going to be able to kill him. He's in the acid spray.
Radiant's bottom tower
One
is
more
under attack.
swipe from Nightfall. Concoction. Couple of punches.
Dire's top tower
Slowly
is
but
under
surely.
attack.
They get the job done.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, Nightfall's having a brilliant time. It's kind of crazy just
After
what
he
you can
dies.
do on this Alchemist. When you've had a lane, when the offlaner was doubling your CS, I think, 5 minutes in, and then bam, Alchemist happens, Nightfall pushing it to the maximum as well with these really nice movements and just showing how quickly you can accelerate on the Alch when you're given that kind of 5 to 10 minute period.
And if you're giving, Whitemon, who I didn't see how much he was stacking, but I'm sure they're
Dire's
watching it
bottom
backstage
tower
up
is
at the
under
panel.
attack.
These guys are very good at getting these multiple stacks. I know they highlighted it.
We could get the stat count, actually.
Yeah, I know we highlighted 33 in particular, the way that he was using the micro with the Visage. I believe that I saw Whitemon doing at least double stacks with his creeps, if not more than that, as they will be able to find Mapushka as well.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and he's got 4 at the moment. And I'm already seeing the Shadow Demon start stacking the triangle, as we do tend to see a 5K lead. Things accelerating quickly here in terms of net worth.
That really quickly.
Even Chen, even Whitemon, Vlad, it's going to be
Dire's top
getting
tower
online
is under
pretty
attack.
soon. The auras are going to come out across the board. You see
Radiant's
33, he's
bottom
shown which
tower
build he
is
wants to
under
go for
attack.
this game. FaZe Drum, he's got the pipe queued up. It is going to block a lot of that early damage that is there from Spirit.
What's the plan for Spirit? You look at the smoke up around the puck, try and make a play with the Dream Code top. 33's going to drop down the Doom, but the Stampede was already there.
Should
Dire's
be able to
middle
outrange.
tower is under attack.
Let's see how much 33 feels he can chase this under the tier 1. I mean,
Lorinov is
Lorinov's ready to
here.
help out as well. And there's a puck in the neighborhood. Lal jumps over, has the threat at the Dream Coil, and Tundra, they'll back away, not wanting to get caught by this.
For Spirit, I would say it's punish overextensions as 4 for the most part.
Like, now you got to go right. You've
Yeah,
got
you can
the
fight
Dream
when they
Coil,
don't use some spells.
There's no Doom.
But look at them go. I mean, they're going in pretty deep. They're not even afraid.
Tundra's just running into the pushback. We'll catch on to the Doom. They've got the Dream Coil. They're going over the snow, but they're trying to burst through Nightfall. If they could quite finish him, as the snowball's there, he's healing up with the Chemical Rage, and
They're
he's able to
tanking through
run.
it all.
Nightfall survives. They can't quite kill him.
Oh, Spirit can't even punish the dives.
I mean,
Another catch.
This is rough.
This
It's
is
tried
getting out
to
of
take
control
this
fast.
fight. It looked like an appealing opportunity where they get the bushwhack onto the both of them. But I believe the save
And a
comes
god.
in from Saxa, the heals come out, and suddenly you're not getting the chance to finish off this Alchemist.
Even all these little things
And
too.
the stack.
Yeah, they get to walk in with the stack.
Oh,
I mean, the
this
little
is
things
painful.
too. Like they throw down the Verduras Dale, whatever the hell it's called, the green on the ground on top of with the sand. The little things add up with the healing. The damage for Spirit is pretty limited.
Radiant's top
They're
tower
going to have to
Panic
set
turning
up on
up.
this. Oh, they missed the boundless strike, so Rue's going to be fine.
But they took everything.
They did.
Literally everything. They would take the fight, they take the tower, and they take the entire stack.
Dire's middle tower is under
That's the Radiance
attack.
done.
That's crazy timing from Nightfall. He is crushing this.
From all 3 cores, even the Doom, a lane that sometimes can go, I mean, not that lane in particular, but sometimes Doom can be shut down. Not at all for 33. It's 3-0-3. Alpha Wolf is claimed. I think he pretty much has the pipe. We saw them not even have enough damage versus no pipe. Once that pipe comes out, potentially maybe a mech from the Chen too. There'll be concerns for Spirit in these next 8 to 10 minutes of how they're going to look to take fights. Versus Tundra can just bypass everything. They can just walk right through them, as we saw there.
They can. Yeah, when they group up, there is no stopping that right now if you're Team Spirit. Tundra, as a team, just so incredibly far ahead. 30 minutes in, they'll get the chance to try and make a play over towards 33.
Can they finish him? The save is there again.
Stacks up, making sure that Spirit just get nothing with each and every one of these attempts. They just can't finish off the job, and they're still trying to fight into this Spirit. Get the bushwhack on it both of them. They do have Satanic turning up with the Eclipse. Comes
Nice
in through
catch.
the Twin Gate. They needed that big time.
Oh, yeah.
Satanic making sure that finally Spirit able to find some success in these fights.
And the cores get the last hits at the least too when they need it the most. So able to slow down the Monkey King. I believe he was going to have Orchid pretty soon. So that kill definitely important for Laurel in particular, so he doesn't have to play versus that super early Orchid. To get things a little bit stabilized. Nightfall is still looking to fight. He's going to stun himself, but he should be just fine.
I'll keep the tower alive.
Slight little punch back there from the side of Spirit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Need a lot more of that, though, to be able to catch up to this Alchemist farm. Nightfall nearly doubling that of Satanic.
This lineup prints
14
money.
minutes in.
Yeah. And there's multiple heroes in this game that do print that money, right? It's the Alk, it's the Doom, and even the Chen to an extent is a hero that I think people do disregard sometimes how much you can actually get in terms of farm, just with how much you're just like, you're playing with the jungle, you're converting, you get all this bonus. This hero does scale pretty hard. I've seen it, some of these Chens end up having like ACs pretty early in the game. And Whitemon definitely set up for that too with the way that he's building these auras. They're gonna end up having every aura very early. That's gonna be the pipe,
incredibly early.
Drum, they're gonna have mech.
Dire's top tower
We'll add Radiance as an aura too in a way.
Dire's
They get
top
the tower tonight
has
too.
been denied.
Blink finished up, so Malik can look to get aggressive. He does have pairings that he can look to do so, especially with the Hoodwink. But not the easiest of targets overall. In particular, the two side lanes, the Alk and the Doom, are tough to be able to gank. If they can find Lorinov, he's actually a bit fragile still since he has gone the route of this Orchid build. But he is always going to be hiding in the trees, so definitely a little harder for them to always find him. Is with Poshka. Let's get the TP out. Almost got screwed. Yeah, those auras are online, and they can do Roche pretty early on the side of Tundra as well. Since they've got this Chen, they can just tank it with the creeps and look to engage it with the acid spray with the minus armor. But it looks like first they want to play more to pressure at the moment.
Saxa's going to try and find some sort of setup.
He is deep.
Oh, he's pretty far on the front lines, but he has got backup. Defensive disruption comes into play. They're going to turn, they get the silence and the boundless strike straight over towards him. Concoction as well, but the Stampede's in play. Lyle, he's low, but he's able to jump out just in time with the orb. He'll survive, and Saxa gets shot down by Maposhka.
100 HP. Ends up getting saved there from Rue. Nice play. Mid, they look like they're trying to react to this. Flurry of TPs.
Very quickly, they've got the fortification.
Satanic is here. Can they get 33? He has a pipe.
He's pretty tanky. The punch up, they're going to drop the Eclipse there. Everything to try and bring down this Doom, and they will succeed.
With the tag team, more than enough physical. Lorinov, a three-man stun.
Right, the three-man concoction. Nightfall and Lorinov, they're ready to just move in onto the three of them. They take out Satanic, take out Rue. They're going to get Malik as well. What a setup there for Lorinov. I mean, Spirit just kind of line up.
That's picture perfect. I mean, they rotated so quick.
I mean, what was it, from the smoke? They didn't see him, or from the Invistar, I believe, picked up from the river. And then bam, the follow-up, it's over. That fight, not a chance when you get caught like that, the three of you.
Good recognition from Tundra, right? They had the two heroes pushing mid. They're like, okay, we can just connect. We weren't that far. We were down bottom, so immediate rotation. Yules is finished up for Laurel, so he will have that protection versus the Orchid. But it really is just the separation of the Alchemist between everybody else.
So far, it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, and the Chen now also, I believe that is the mech pretty much done. So the group up overall from Tundra, if there is 5, it looks very difficult for Spirit to fight in a head-on 5v5. Because even the Eclipse, once those Chen creeps are out, it's going to soak pretty much all of those bounces too. And that's that Roche now they can go for. Spirit.
Saxa.
Might just find Saxa here, at least.
Oh, he will not be getting through the twin gate. And the rest of the team,
they can't get to the Roche though.
They'll be happily doing Roche without any concern of being interrupted by Spirit.
You just give it to Nightfall? Probably.
I think you might, with how farmed he is and how valuable he is.
I think it's just because of how big he is.
He's just that far ahead that you don't want to afford them getting the opportunity to kill the Alk and get that bounty for taking him down.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, the post good. Hello. Nice shots. I'm just gonna keep looking at Whitemon most of the game in terms of farm. I know we see Maposhka starting to get that farm up also on the Hoodwink, but Whitemon also got a Philosopher stunned out too. So this Chen's net worth is also gonna start continue to skyrocket.
He's kind of running into the 4 of them.
Can't push it though.
He's got a lot to be scared of right now.
Satanic, he's farming, but he's still just, it's not in the position that he wants to be. You know, he's kind of he's the bottom of the cores actually, or one of the bottom of those cores. He has been addressed so far in this game from the side of Tundra. Tundra continuing to just look for the fights. Swinging toward top. They're kind of surrounding them. Satanic He is in a very dangerous position.
And he's going to get jumped. Nightfall straight in with the concoction. They've got a snowball to buy him a bit of safety, but the Wukong's command is down. Stampede's there. He'll be able to dodge the boundless strike. He's going for the TPI. Is there anything to stop it? There is. The disruption's there from Saxa. Puts a stop to Satanic's escape. As he goes down, they'll chase out Rue as well. They'll get the both of them, Tundra.
He doesn't have many places to farm. He's trying to farm in a very dangerous spot, and they have a ward on him. Malik also now. 33 may just throw the Doom on him. It's behind the tree line.
Loronoff's going to be able to have the setup. Boundless into the Doom. They'll drop it down. As they're going to be ready to run down Malik.
He is he able to actually get away?
They've got coil. They're using the coil to try and hold them back. I'll give a bit of a chance for Malik to escape, but I mean, Miposhka and Love, they've still got to be careful themselves. They're trying to push back in towards them, but having the damage between these heroes to kill these two, it's unlikely, especially when it comes to taking down this Doom. 33, he's too tanky. And Lyle's trying to push on, but not going to get anything here.
Got it.
They don't lose their heroes at the least, and the Doom was used from the side of Tundra, so they'll be able to at least bear them out. But in the meantime, top, Whitemon, and Nightfall able to steal away the Tormentor, the bigger objective. Saxa, he'll be able to get that shard, a very nice shard to have on a Shadow Demon, that cleanse. Super valuable, especially versus something like the Puck, being able to stop a certain hero from getting silenced in a lot of situations.
Invisibility.
And a 13k lead, it still continues to grow. You know, that printing money, it is happening. And Satanic still struggling to find opportunities to get out, to find farm, at least to get good farm. He's trying to farm Ancients, but either they're stolen or they're blocked. He's having to farm these like small camps. And Nightfall, I like that he's doing this build. I know we see some players deviate a bit, either having to go BKB early or some of them go Orchid. This is not a game where he needs it. That AC, it's going to be super value versus the tag team and the physical damage as we've seen. Looking to get, I mean, is this just like a potential attempted steal for the Wisdom?
I think it's kind of Whitemon.
All right.
They dropped the coil for that.
That is, I don't know if Rue's going to get out for this though. That was very close to Laurel even getting caught. Can Rue steal the Wisdom? It was already taken.
No,
just
there's no way, yeah. Even if it was that.
And another aura. So Crimson Guard, throw it all on top. So they have, now it actually is almost all of them, right? Vlad's, Mech, AC, Pipe, Crimson.
Just get in there.
It's almost every single one. I think they've got everything but the Shivas. Saxa. He's got the cleanse.
He's juking. And they can't kill him. That was what the Stampede, the Sharpshooter, they don't get the job done.
And
they can't even kill Saxa. They're going to get killed themselves. Miposhka and Malik in trouble. As Loronoff can chase him down. He's got the TP at the ready and nothing else to stop it. Oh. If an extra hit was able to get in there, he would have gone.
Would have been close, yep. 33. He's got Crimson Pipe.
These two, they can't kill him.
Even with the Luna, I think with Crimson Pipe, he just tanks doing his team's connecting. Nightfall is already rotating over. Rue might just die. He's just gonna throw the Doom.
Have a casual Doom. Oh, come on, you can't steal that kill, Loronoff. That's just rude.
No, but he tells him, I'm close to BKB. That's what you tell your teammate. When you secure the kill, you go, I'm close to X. They have firm grasp of this game. It's just looking difficult. They're just not able to get much space on the map with the way the Tundra's sweeping.
Crazy. There we go, once again. That's my kill, Loronoff says.
Well, he could run to neutrals and deny himself, right? That's also what Loronoff
All right, that's true. There you go.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
To the high ground, with every aura, Age is still for, I mean, only 5 seconds, but look at the auras. Look at the buff bar of this Alchemist when everybody starts standing next to him.
3-man bushwhack into a 3-man Dream Coil. It looks nice, but nice isn't good enough.
No, they haven't even popped all these auras yet. Pipe and Crimson are at the ready.
Nightfall's in. Careful how you step up. Tundra's going to be ready to jump them.
They're just looking to end it, Owen.
I mean, they can kind of just 8-click down the base.
They do have to go to a tier 2 mid.
They do. True. But they haven't got this creep wave with them at the moment.
They'll jump. Can they actually pop him with the heals?
It's a little bit low. Nightfall's just straight in over towards Miposhka. Boundless strike comes in. Goodbye to Hoopwing. Silences out on towards the Puck. Jumping. It's a 3-man Who Stomp. Again, it's nice, but
so
nice
tanky.
ain't good enough when you're this far behind. Satanic has to put the BKB, run back towards the fountain. He'll live. Rue will not.
They're pinging tier 4s, Owen. They want to end it. There's no creeps, though.
They've got no creeps.
But so they're pinging it.
This won't work. Not yet, at least. They've got to wait for the creep wave. Then
they'll keep hitting it.
Then it will probably work. Where's the creeps? Here they come.
This is so funny to look at. The jump, Satanic shows.
Buyback's going to come out. We'll get back towards the fountain. Buyback can play from root. They're trying to trap Tundra near the fountain. They get the Hoostomon of Nightfall, but immediately stacks it in with the disruption. Stacking up the poison as well.
The auras are coming back up soon. The Crimson Guard's about to be ready to be popped again. Same thing for, I believe that Mac actually just used it.
They're going to jump root, but Tundra, they're still hanging around. They're ready to go back in on this. And there's the jump. They're going to concoction battle. It's down onto the two of them. The two supports get completely destroyed over towards Malik. It's over. GG is caught. I mean, the absolute definition of a let's get the auras and end the game.
Yeah.
Kind of strategy here from Tundra. And it looked flashy, it looked fantastic. And yeah, Nightfall on the Alchemist. It's already kicked off. Team Spirit, they get first blood here as Root takes down Nightfall. This aggressive move they were able to make around that mid lane. Oh, welcome to the action, boys and girls. This is game 2 between Tundra and Team Spirit.
Tundra, a secondary smoke, maybe trying to get the second blood for themselves. Lorinoff will actually walk up, place the ward. That may have been seen. I didn't quite see if it was, but so they want to try to counteract, but it gets scouted immediately, so they're not going to be able to go for that play.
Poshka.
No, they're actually walking in with 3. They want to steal the rune. And they should get able to, but Poshka might just die.
Yeah, Tundra should get a kill in return here. As indeed, Poshka goes down. But overall, Team Spirit, they got the first blood, and they got the 3 bounty runes.
Yeah, he ends up dying, but as you said, yeah, it's not that first. And I think he killed it. How many cogs did he end up getting there? Because he's got 5 last hits. I think he got like 3 or so cogs at least off of it.
Don't be mad.
Did get a little bit of gold injection also from Poshka based off that death. Sentry ward will be Optic ward will get dewarded. White Mom will be to get that one out. And yeah, let's see how this matchup goes. As they were mentioning, it's about like a 60-40 something matchup. I've seen some pucks actually do better than others. So see how it all goes down.
Last game, of course, a pretty rough one for Team Spirit. They got run over pretty heavily by Tundra's ramp up. And they're able to execute in this 25 minutes or so of that game 1. This time, I feel like it's going to be much harder for Tundra to do it. It's a bit of a different style, right? So whatever happens, Spirit should get more time to play the game.
Yeah, this is not going to be a 20-minute GG by any means. This one will go for much longer. Both teams have much better ways to fight, and Team Spirit overall, this one, they'll get to play some Dota.
Indeed, and they get the DK, which we saw the other day on Satanic. It was what, 15, 17-minute rampage or something?
I believe that's what it was, yeah. This again, I think he's dead.
This time, not going to be able to find anything for that death, but he gives up.
Oh, and Sox is actually able to survive as well, too. Doesn't end up ticking out. 33 is actually trading pretty well with Satanic there. Careful. Caustic. Pop on the creeps, actually clip him as well. But Lorinoff versus Laurel. Laurel should come out ahead. And that matchup overall and throughout the game, there is some limited disables to be able to lock down this Void Spirit. Of course, there's going to be the puck coil, there's going to be some of the sanking, but that's pretty much it. Should be able to play around that one pretty decently on the side of Laurel. Bottom. Trying to pressure Nightfall. I feel like this is... It tends to not really happen too much versus the Gyros. These Gyros just... It's the lane winner almost in every game. We sometimes see like one death maybe happen because they step out of position, but overall this hero, I don't think I see Gyro really lose lanes. He just Flak shoves it out. It's in your face. That's the reason he ends up dying sometimes, because he can test creeps like under the tower, but yeah, overall. Ends up being able to secure his farm nicely in almost every single situation.
Difference in mid so far.
I'm just staring at mid.
Yeah. Favoring that of the Void Spirit here, Lal, on these first few waves.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Especially with this extra one coming in under the tower, so definitely getting the edge here against Lorinoff.
Dire's turret
free courier. Whitemon will take that one. Whitemon, I have to highlight him quite a bit, especially too from that last game. I feel like he did so much with the way he was able to secure the lane for the Alk and just get those stacks going too. He literally just gave, yeah, he pretty much just gave that Nightfall like an absolutely free game afterwards. The stun connects, 33.
Fighting into the sandstorm. Sentry and Saxa, they are the ones at the lowest.
Poison stacking up.
Saxa could be in trouble.
He has mana for another one. Does end up missing it somehow. Next one should hit.
I mean, he should still get the kill.
He missed it.
He missed again! Oh no!
And now
Miposhka there for Miposhka. Now he's got pushed down to the low ground.
Look where he is. He's getting chased. Looks like they should get him.
They'll
anyway.
still kill Saxa, but Miposhka should die for this. 33, slowly but surely taking him down with the right clicks.
Cannot believe he juked both of those
both poisons.
That was crazy.
Could have had the kill a lot easier and probably wouldn't have cost him his life in the long run. If he'd managed to be able to take him down before he pushed him to the low ground with the comps.
But Laurel is having that very good advantage now. We're seeing him playing this lane nicely. He's going to get the bottle refill too. He's like, all right, you can get a refill. I can too, since we both died. They're going to check the runes. Support's moving very early on. 1v1 in the side lanes. I love seeing the difference also, though, based off of the person that's playing the gyro of what they skill.
Sure.
Because I think I've
we get
seen
some missiles.
Pike and... Oh, gonna wait for the aggression. Nightfall, he's got Lotus.
Yeah, they can't finish him, and he knows it. He's standing his ground, trading back happily with the flak hits.
He's got Stick Lotus. Not quite able to pop him.
But get the missile now.
Rue should be fine. Top.
Top.
Again,
Miposhka.
Again, wow.
It's quite a few
Lot of
deaths.
kills.
Miposhka struggling a bit in this laning stage.
Is that 4? Oh my god, this is 4. I thought it was 3. It's every single one of the kills. I like trying to bring it to Nightfall again. This time they should have him. They do with the burst.
Yeah, Nightfall not having any sustain that time round to save him.
Nice aggressive play there from Rue, just walking into his face so he gets that bonus damage.
Top lane. I mean, even though Miposhka is dying a lot, Satanic's still getting a lot of farm. We'll see here. Miposhka gets caught out once more.
This combo is, you know, the double melees is usually not the best in a lot of situations, but this is almost like a, it's not a Darkseer +1, but with the way the Sandstorm works with Cogs, like you're just stuck, and you're just getting destroyed by the Sandstorm. So it's actually a pretty cool combo. I don't think I get to see as often. But we are seeing it. Much better CSing across the board for this side of Spirit, even though Malik slowly struggling a little bit. They were able to get that kill into Nightfall. A secondary one after the initial first blood. And yeah, you know, the skill build thing I was mentioning. As far as I've seen, it's like Pike and Parker. They go 0-4-4 almost every game in stats. Most other players, they put points in Barrage. Laurel will be able to get a shield rune. That's a pretty big rune for him early game.
Incredibly hard to gank him.
Yeah, and there's not the most damage, I would say, early on the side of Tundra in terms from the supports combining with the puck.
A much slower game that Tundra's going to look to play this time.
That's what we're in for. Much more nice, even mid-game for them to actually be able to fight back. We're actually going to get a game on our hands. Satanic, he is having very good farm. Didn't see if the stacks were starting to get prepared just yet all over the place. I know Miposhka is going to start stacking triangle, but none of those small camps yet. Saxa will start doing similar for his Senking. It's going to be a lot of stacks this game.
Rack it on. I'll take that.
Overall, can they contest any as well, too? Maybe.
Was in Tundra? What's Spirit heading over to Tundra's stack? Or?
Yeah, it's too difficult versus Senking.
I think, yeah, Tundra, in terms of stack control and clearing stacks, it's much easier for Tundra's lineup.
And it's so scary versus Senking. You walk in and this Sand Shroud just takes up such a massive area, and you're taking all this damage. So maybe the stacks will just get exchanged. Maybe we'll actually see Tundra contested, yeah.
Top lane.
Top lane. Flurry of TPs.
They try and get it in under the tower on towards Satanic with the epicenter. It's not enough to kill him, and with the backup, Team Spirit, they'll be able to punish Tundra for this one. They turn to 33. Satanic
he does
will die. So, you know, it does say mission success. It does cost them both their lives, though.
Does cause heavy rotations, though. 4 heroes making the move top to be able to stop the kink, and they still ends up dying somehow. Actually, so much damage they're able to push out there between the clock and that Sanking again. Lornoff, he's going to take advantage of that movement. He's going to try to get as much damage onto this tower as possible. Will he get luck with the rune? It looks like he'll get it either way.
Dire's middle tower
top or
is
bottom.
under attack.
And it will be top. Nice rune for himself, too. Malik has been able to find his level 6 without dying, which is pretty nice versus a Gyro lane. Even though Gyro is free farming, they were able to slow him down slightly. I'm excited to see the matchup of the DK versus Gyro, because we did get to see that.
It was
Pretty much exactly the same one the other day.
Yeah, pretty one-sided.
It was.
In that matchup, and that was a game where they did have, what, kind of the same levels of farm.
They did.
There wasn't a big difference.
But the DK had buffs. He had, I believe it was like the drinking buddies, and I think
Did he have drinking buddies?
I think he had drinking buddies, pretty sure. Because he had like a big damage increase where he was just single targeting really hard compared to the
and the Dragon Knight destroyed the Gyro.
Under attack.
Oh, 33. It's a catch. A huge detonation on the creeps from the Caustic. Is he gonna live with the extra bit of healing? Sucks to run him down. He's got the hook. He's actually at 6 already. All these kills that they've been able to rack up on the SD, and even the kill that they got on Satanic because he got the solo XP.
That's added
9 minutes, and he got this. Yeah, wow. First support level 6 in the game by a decent margin. Pretty much a full level ahead of everybody. Actually, more now that he's got the kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Clockwork overall is a pretty darn good hero lately, too, from what we've been watching.
They want to go again.
Every game, he has a pretty good impact, and he's already got drums finished up.
I mean, bottom lane, Nightfall having to be very, very careful.
They're going to make a move on him. TPs are coming.
Straight away.
Malik.
See what sort of backup could come in. Lorinoff gets caught as well by the Rolling Thunder. The cooldown's there. They've got the Dream Code down onto the two of them, but the Rolling Thunder still up. Malik can get away. In fact, he wants to get back in. He's looking to try and burst through Nightfall, but there's further backup. See if they can get him with the Void Spirit combo. Lyle in with the burst. Not enough to kill Nightfall, and there's an unfortunate pause.
I mean, unfortunate for the side of Spirit, probably.
Satanic, he's dead up here.
He's dead. And I believe Gyro's fine because he's got the movement speed, and they're probably... Maybe Malik will die, but... Oh, man. Tundra.
Somebody's game crashed. Apparently.
Who was it?
I don't know. Everyone's still in the game. I guess it was 33s.
But he typed.
No, that doesn't make... No, he did.
He literally said game crash. Sorry, game crash. I mean, maybe he, like froze for a second or something? I don't know, whatever.
I don't know.
Either way, it doesn't matter
my
because
game
Satanic
crashed.
is dead.
I will now... Yeah, that's a bit weird, but either way... It shouldn't affect the chain of events.
Well, now what he can do is maybe he doesn't need to actually use the epi to go for the kill, and he's able to save it for the next upcoming go, potentially.
Well, he won't need to use the epi regardless.
But he's pumping it already. His tail stomp.
Oh,
he's channeling it, you know what I mean? So he can come back in, and if he sees that he can take it.
Because this Dragon Knight is very dead in the Sandstorm, right?
Yeah. And just very good reaction coming out from Tundra the second that the move comes out. Also, you know, Nightfall, he's not really that fragile for them to go for that type of play with the Pango. They need if they're going to go for that, they need the Void Spirit to be there the second that they make the play. Because Nightfall's able to get that heal injection from, I believe, the Lotus and his big stick charge, and then he resets himself with the movement speed. And let's see if he does end up using the epi anyway. Nope, he saves it, so he'll have it for the next upcoming go, and bottom, they will be able to finish Nightfall.
But they probably want to start running now.
TP, there's a hook shot available.
And Lorinoff's in. He gets the silence onto the two of them, straight in with a hook shot follow-up. They get the catch onto Malik. So the swashbuckle up.
Here's 33.
He's trying to jump away. Lyle's TP'd out. He's bailed away from this one. Saxon Whitemon, they'll continue to chase down Malik as Lorinoff deals with Root. See how long they can play around this Pango.
Fox on him as soon. Actually gets the distance with the shield crash.
Nightfall's back in action.
Playing Pango versus Clock is pretty miserable, too. So many different ways to just interrupt mini interrupts, and 33 sees his opportunity.
Oh, yeah, steal the stack.
Yep. I don't know if he got some... I think maybe he stole some of the stack from Satanic when they made the aggressive move also when they killed him. I didn't actually get to see, because... How did they get him so low so fast? Was it like a caustic pop, perhaps, that happened? I didn't get to see it initially.
Between those two heroes, you'd imagine it must be, right? Because
I mean, they do have good damage, immense amount of magical damage with to him, but he was very low, very quick, so...
Nature attend us.
Satanic. Armlet is still done. He's going to go down the Mask of Madness route that we've seen him do before. But Tundra, they've struck hard in these last few months.
They have. It's, you know, a slower ramp-up of speed than what we had in Game 1.
Oh, he missed his ally.
I still want us there.
Nightfall was giving him the option to.
Wait, who's that on? Was that Saxa for missing it or Nightfall for not standing still?
Did Nightfall? I think he may have moved for a second.
Did Nightfall juke it? I mean, maybe just sort of instinct there. You see a hook shot, you're like, oh my goodness, I've got to dodge that.
But he was pinging it. I think he was telling him, yo, hook me. Well, it happens.
Yeah.
pretty decent kill, to be honest with you, too, because of how big Saksa is.
Yep.
It's a decent injection of gold. Because he's what? Yeah, almost level 8. So Laurel does get that good increase for himself, and that does mean, what, 2 components of Aghanim, so starting to get that item that he really wants versus both the Puck and the Sand King is very valuable this game. Mid tower, let's get to the option here for Tundra. They've got the creep here, should be able to finish that one off. Will get popped.
Well, turning up a little bit, Team Spirit.
The rally creeps.
Well, cannot burst Whitemon, and now in the back line, 33 and Lorinov, they found their way over towards Miposhka. Miposhka will get the defensive disruption out, the Dream Core snap into the hook shot. They're locking him down. He's trying to run away. The fear comes out. The power strike there just in time as they'll catch and kill off Lyle underneath the tier 2. Saxa's able to survive. They could jump back in for Rue as well here.
Was it the right choice to pig pole himself there?
Did he? Yeah. Did he not have Astral Step back off cooldown?
I don't think he had Astral Step, but I think he may have had a Dissimulate in a second or two. Either way, I mean, again, Tundra, they're dictating pace really quickly in this game, the way that they just sandwich onto mid. And Satanic, he needs time to be able to farm, but the way that Tundra is just playing super aggressively, limiting areas that he can farm. I'm just seeing 33 just walking in and stealing
Yeah, have a look at this again.
Because he already, I believe he had used both of the steps.
Yeah, what's after this? Yeah, no, indeed, he has no steps at the moment. And then at this point, the
we
pick
don't
pole.
have clicked on. I wasn't sure if he had the Dissim. He did have it, so whatever. Small little nitpick, but does get brought down. Tundra, relentless aggression, and 33 just keeps finding these angles. This Sand King, he keeps finding Miposhka.
Yeah, he's doing a lot in these fights, 33.
How many deaths is that for Miposhka? 6 already in this game. Looking to contest the Wisdom Rune as well. 33, is that his Bloodstone done?
Has fallen.
Pretty much.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Hitting some crazy timings here.
The pressure's on Satanic to sort of get to a point where he does feel okay in turning up to these fights, because Tundra, they are speeding it up.
And the Puck overall, look at the difference between him and the Void Spirit. You know, this is the counter pick to deal with the Puck. Puck's top net worth. He's not feeling that pressure at all right now. He even took the Void Spirit's tower, and now they've got the Bloodstone too on the Sand King. Their team fight has scaled up massively, and for Spirit, their team fight, it's kind of very reliant on Malik. He's gone for a blink route.
It's a slow game from him.
It is.
Falling behind on the Pango.
Gonna go for Lorinov.
And they chain control him.
Should be able to.
Yeah, Satanic's able to walk up.
That's that blink reveal. Nice move there from Malik. Slow down that momentum of Lorinov, and they should just be able to take out this tower, but they're actually TPing in. 33, doesn't want to lose it just yet. Level 12. This Sand is gigantic.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah, he's the same level as Satanic in the game with the amount of farm that he's been able to find. And their damage. Oh, the jump in, Saksa. Find the Pango.
That's a good setup. Makes it look easy there, Saxa.
Oh my god, look at the item that Saksa's queuing up too. He's going for the big one since he's having such a good game. Very valuable versus 2 of the cores in this game, the Pango and that Void Spirit. If he does get it at an early timing on this clockwork, that work, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah, it's looking like he will.
He's so farmed. 7, 3, and 6. He's part of 13 of the 14 kills so far on this clockwork. The other day we had Saksa going, what, it was 0-8 as the clockwork, and he was not having this stuff. This one, he's just owned it.
That's true, yeah.
Right? Remember?
Yeah, but we're seeing sort of the 2 sides of Saxa when it comes to Tundra winning. Yeah, one where he's able to make it happen by just dying an awful lot. It's part of the plan, and then this time he pops off and he becomes the main attraction.
Look at these 2 supports from Spirit. I mean, Saksa, he's just looking to annoy Satanic. The 2 supports from Spirit were actually playing in the enemy triangle looking for somebody, but they weren't able to find one. They do see Nightfall. They see Saksa as well.
They got Malik to help out.
Looks like they'll be able to get the clock.
Saxa, not a chance to get out of this one. But Nightfall, he gets the freedom to escape.
Laura will be able to get out of bottom as well, too. Doesn't end up getting away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Saksa, him dying, you know, they'll take a kill, of course, on the side of Team Spirit, but Nightfall, he's like, okay, you tank the gank for me a bit there. He's able to get back and farm the triangle.
And they're still hanging around here with the 2 supports, Miposhka and Rue.
Yeah, they've been playing here for a while. Really want to look to contest the triangle. Whitemon is here, but they don't want to go on Whitemon now. Miposhka's in a dangerous spot.
They're going to try and make this play on towards Whitemon. They will get the kill. It's going to cost them both of their lives. See, it seems like just a bit of a desperate play, that one.
Yeah, the way that they've been there for a long time, too, Owen. They were there for over a minute and a half, I want to say, until they connected up top to go for the kill on Soccer.
Those two heroes, even if they do like find a core on their own, are they even likely to get that kill?
It's a deceptive amount of damage that the two of them do.
Sure.
The way that the Disseminate and Promulgate kind of works, you do chunk heroes down massively, and the way you amp up the damage of Willow does a lot inside that realm, but either way, it's just interesting the way that they are looking to play around those two. Laurel does have Ags. Naposhka forgot to fill up the bottle. Whoops. Laurel does have Ags, so they can actually look to go for the setup onto the puck and the Sanking, but they are quite farmed now at this point. 33 has a plate mail too. And Lornoff does have a blink, so if they don't get the full chain stun on him, he will be able to reset out of the fight. Tundra looking for a go. Satanic has claimed that top net worth. He is very, very farmed. Just those other two cores really starting to fall far behind. They're going to smoke and gather off the timing of the Axe Void Spirit. 33's already pump faking his ult. That rocket hits them right in their face. They know exactly where they are. Nightfall, he's just running right into them with BKB.
BKB and stand his ground and fight this. The backup comes in for him. They've got the Rolling Thunder to the side. They managed to clip Lauren off with the Rolling Thunder. He's got to break out of it. Lyle indeed straight over the walls with the Astral Stab. And the damage to Satanic. They kill him off. They've got the Dragon Tail fall up on 33. 33 will get the Burrow Strike off just in time, but he won't survive. Now Satanic's ready to turn for more. This is exactly the fight that Satanic needed to fight.
He's killing all of them.
As the Dragon Knight taking them down one by one. Whitemon and Sector, they're trying to finish Satanic up, but they cannot. Satanic survives, and they get the team wipe.
I don't think they respected the damage that he's actually able to do.
Look at that. I mean, this is why this Dragon Knight's looked fantastic.
Look at how much he did.
It doesn't get the rampage today, but it's very similar to what we saw from him the other day. Gets, you know, the first few items done, the Armlet, Mask of Madness, BKB, and then as a team, doesn't matter that they're kind of losing the early game, falling behind. They know how strong Satanic is at that point. They get him in position, and Tundra, they couldn't deal with him.
Yeah, who cares if your pan goes behind? He's just applying the debuff to everybody, getting Satanic to hit them hard. And Nightfall, he like asked them to go on him there, right? Like he BKB'd. It seemed like they knew, but he did not respect how much damage does. That lead is completely gone.
Absolutely, you cannot underestimate the Dragon Knight, especially in the hands of someone like Satanic.
It looked so similar to what we saw the other day.
It really was. It was exactly the same. You know, you could have sort of plastered the word Rampage at the top and it would have felt exactly the sort of same style and type of play that they went for at that time. They're trying to punish back here, Tundras. They will run down Maposhka, but Maposhka, he's up to the high ground. He's away.
33.
Satanic's a bit low.
He's dead.
Gonna get jumped here. They'll lose 33. Indeed, only getting the support for it first. They'll lose Zaxra as well.
Lornoff
getting start thinking about getting out of this. Satanic indeed with the control on Lornoff will get the chance to orb away, but Malik chased him down with the Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder comes to an end. Whitemon healing up. Lornoff split off to the side of the fight. He'll be able to jump away, but Whitemon, he'll get dealt with as, again, team spirit. These fights now, they're happening pretty fast, and indeed that lead that Tundra had, it's completely slipped away. Spirit are getting the lead now, and I think Tundra's going to kind of be sitting there, taking a step back and being like, what's happening?
I mean, they're looking for the fights too, right? Tundra's literally asking for these fights, but I really don't think that they're respecting the Satanic DK. No. They're going for the supports, which is usually the right move, of course, but at this point now, Maposhka, he's got 9 death, and he's probably saying, these 9 deaths are well worth it. I still have a Glimmer Cape. I still have some farm, and my DK,
he's closing in on the Daedalus after this.
He's reigning supreme. Level 17, and even without the buff ups. Yes, he doesn't have an independent buff up on himself, but the Pango applying this minus armor, he does an insane amount of damage.
And it really is a very similar situation to that game when we saw the DK versus the Gyro, right? Where in the reality in these team fights, even though the farm from Nightfall, I mean, now he's falling a little bit behind, but up until those last few fights, he was in a great spot. It's just that the Dragon Knight kills the Gyro way quicker than the Gyro can do any sort of single target damage. Anytime the Satanic turns up these fights with the BKB, they cannot kill the Dragon Knight through the BKB. They can't even get close to killing him through the BKB. He's basically invincible and dealing an insane amount of damage.
I look at his armor, right? It's just DK in a nutshell, but 26 armor without even having armor on. Nightfall does not have that straight physical damage to put from him. No, he needs Aghanims and more, it feels like. Especially with the way that these last few fights have gone. Satanic, he's pretty much level 18.
Radiant are scanning.
And I mean, somehow Miposhka's very far into it. He's top of the supports with 9 deaths. Did get the shard, but still.
Radiant structures.
Top lane, they've caught him. Lauren off.
Another one that they were able to grab. And we're seeing Saksa, he's still working on that Orchid that he potentially was able to, was going to get, what, 5 minutes ago or something? It's just not happening now.
The way that the game's going, it's changed drastically since the point when he queued that up and started to build it.
And they're going to have answers for it already, right? They're going to, I believe, have the Manta style, if I saw correctly, on Laurel. And they have a pipe now on Malik, so the build that he ends up going for, it's going to have answers from the side of Spirit as soon as he ends up pretty much getting it. We've seen Satanic do this before on this DK, and it's looking very similar. He's going to be getting this Aegis as well. He is set up for success this game. And I think Tundra, yeah, probably asking themselves, they're like, man, we thought that we'd be able to take that fight in the mid lane. They literally ran right into them. I mean, like they knew.
Yeah, it's just going to be almost impossible in the next fight unless Tundra are able to catch Spirit off guard and split up. Because next fight round, he's going to have the full Daedalus. He's going to be level 18. You know, they couldn't deal with him before. Honestly, it's early days, but I could see a Rampage being on the table.
Absolutely, I could see him standing his ground, like 1 versus 4 or something like that. If they do end up cleaning up his team, I could see him just cleaning house. Yeah, that Daedalus is done, level 18 done. His damage is crazy. He's hitting for 400 damage. Gyro is hitting for, what, 200 in comparison to the DK who's hitting for 400? Not even including Malik, right? Not even including that lucky shot minus armor that it's minus 11 now since he's got the talent, and actually he's got over destruction too, so we'll factor that in as well. It's minus 14 that he's going to be able to apply on these heroes.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough, but in terms of the numbers, it's kind of like the DK has double the damage of the Gyro.
It's literally double.
And also has double the armor of the Gyro.
And what? Okay, not double the HP, but yeah, double pretty much essentially at that point. He's just walking up and hitting tier 2.
Yeah, because they know. It's like, what are you going to do about the Dragon Knight at this point of the game?
Yeah, he's like, come at me.
He's smashed his timings. He's ready to take your buildings.
He's actually looking, whoa, why does that look so funny? What the? It looked like he was very eager to TP.
That looked kind of funny.
Right? Didn't that animation look a bit bizarre?
Like jumping around. Yeah.
Weird one.
I don't know if it was because his like Dragon Form was ending at the same time he was TPing or something, but
I don't know. It's just an interesting one. Saksa. He's getting set up on, and he's found. Spirit.
Another one for Satanic.
It was going almost all Tundra's way for the first 15 minutes, but yeah, 16-minute mark, that one fight, it's exploded. Spirit, momentum being gained, and they're setting up on these side lanes. 33 is going to show himself, but they are down here if they do want to look to make a move. At least to threaten him a little.
Hit him with the Bramble. I won't drop the fear.
Not with these two, but they don't have that kill threat onto him just yet. Shiva's is done. That'll help a decent chunk versus the tank ability of that DK.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And the BKB also on low enough to protect him versus that Ags on the Void Spirit. Doesn't want to go for a single dispel, just wants to have that full immunity to not get hit by the secondary one. Miposhka just continues to get items too. He's got Blink. Nightfall in a very deep, aggressive position.
He's going to have to BKB TP.
The Nightfall.
Oh, don't mind me.
In classic
Just
form.
a wee fairy going about her business.
Yeah, Spirit playing this really nice. Enabling Satanic to the maximum. And look where he's farming. Satanic is actually doing similar as Nightfall, where he's playing a bit by himself, just taking this, but he's nowhere near as threatened. In fact, he'll probably kill whoever comes to him. His team is also looking to connect. Rue. We'll be at the scout Saksa.
Radiant's top tower.
He's just taking all the towers.
I mean, this is it, right? This is all 3 tier 2s taken down 25 minutes in by Team Spirit.
And look at his attack range now, too. He's got the talent. He's got the Grove Bow. They're hitting high ground. Tundra, you got to do something.
Let's see what they got on the defense.
Lane versus Aegis, though.
Oh, I mean, Whitemon, he just gets blown up. Okay, well, that's the Enchantress out. I'll back off as the Elder Dragon form comes to an end.
Try to clear the creeps. They're sticking around for a second here, Satanic. So when they do see that 33 is getting back, they're going to reset away. Satanic is going to go back to farm those Ancients. nicely controlling the map. And for Tundra, yeah, I think Nightfall, he needs to at least have the Daedalus.
Yeah.
It's probably not enough, but at least having that to be able to kill everybody else. If they can isolate the DK, then perhaps that's their best option, but still not easy with how big he is getting. And it's not super easy to kill these other cores either at this point. Malik, perhaps, if they can find him with that, with the Sand King, but the Void Spirit now at this point is a lot tankier and has Manta for the Dispel. And Nightfall again. They're gonna find him. They forced the
BKB, maybe. Yeah, it has to be. It has
gotta be.
You know, it's gotta be what's happening.
Concerns for Nightfall. I don't know how he's gonna be able to stand his ground versus DK.
Yeah, I feel like we've got to check the stats. I wonder what sort of Gyro versus DK win rate has been like. Because I feel like we have just seen DKs in the matchup
Just looks
do
better.
so well against it.
And this was a game where it was that first pick.
Yeah. Yeah, the DK, it was slapped out there straight away.
The fact that he's able to have this good of a game just says how powerful it really is. I didn't say it again too, but you know, I think me and you in particular, a couple of us have been asking, wanting to see more and more DK, and it looks great in almost every game. He's got AC now finished too. He's going back to the high ground. Now that Gyro's damage is even more pathetic versus an Assault Cuirass. And they've got a Crimson Guard to block the AoE.
And they're in with the
All
jump.
coming together.
They're going to look to 33. They're going to catch him with the stuns. Can they burst through the Sand King?
They can. And he used his gold.
33's gone. So with that in mind, Spirit should be able to get away with quite a push here. Dreamcoat was dropped down, but they're easily able to survive through it. The Remnant, it catches onto Lorinov. He's got to get out. He's put the BKB, but he's got to not jump in at all. He's got to stay right behind that tier 3, sorry, and keep his distance.
They're trying to buy time for Nightfall to get more items, but they're just continuing to siege. I don't think, again, 33, I think he thought that he could tank through it. He had the Craggy coat, he even activated it, and he still just dies to the Focus Fire.
The hook shot, but Setani's got the backup, and he's got the BKB. He's ready to pop it, turn, take down Saxa.
Look at Nightfall, he's dead!
He's just gone.
Oh my god!
It's just not even close when it comes to the DK versus Gyro in terms of the power level at this stage of a game.
He died in like 4 hits. This actually just feels impossible for Tundra. He shows up and literally just dies in a fraction of seconds. Look at the amount of damage that he's able to kick out just that fast, 3,600. It's like 4 attacks that I saw fly in. I didn't think Nightfall was going to even turn up to that fight too. I thought he was literally just going to let the racks drop and just go for playing around the map. But shows up, dies immediately. And Tundra now massively on the back foot. Just no way to see how they can kill this Satanic DK.
I want to try and have a look at some of these stats. I know the panel's probably been over them. Yeah,
what, just the overall
like
straight up
DK
matchup?
at the moment, like, what is the win rate?
In this tournament, it was 64%.
You're right, yeah, 64.
But how much versus the Gyro? And
I don't know if I have the technology to work that out.
You're good at this. Whitemon, they're gonna set up for him. Should just have that clean up.
I mean, the win rates, they're not very close. You know, Gyro's 19 games. He's 42% win rate. He's not been doing too hot, Gyro.
Yeah, this game's done. Satanix is going to high ground. He doesn't have BKB for 10 seconds, but can they even threaten him anyway? Because he's got to save up and Poshka behind him constantly. Bottles in. Bottles out.
And they push them off the barracks. He's just
dying.
standing there taking the objectives.
And his BKB's back up, so you can't even attempt
You can't go on him.
Maybe back to the drawing board of how you want to deal with DK, because it's that first pick, like we mentioned. An Eternal Shroud picked up for the Sand King, but he is still just getting ripped apart from the physical. Really trying to hold on to this melee racks. How far until Butterfly is done at the lead? About 1,000 gold for Nightfall to have that, but again, he can just itemize to deal with it, and also, I think he just can kill him right through it anyway. What'd you find there? Anything else?
I know, I can't figure out. Okay. This is I don't know how to find these stats. You know, we leave
someone will get it. Someone that knows how to use all that stuff.
DK versus Gyro win rate.
Dire are scanning.
That's very cool to see. It does feel just super good also because like Gyro all about the spread damage, DK all about the single target burst, and he has this armor that's massive. Armlet also benefits great versus Gyro. They're gonna make a move.
Can they burst through him? There's going to be the disruption coming out from Maposhka. Satanic Satanic, he takes down Saxa. They're more than happy to fight back on this. Tundra, they tried to find something.
In melee form, look at him go.
He's just running them down one by one.
Miposhka even getting some kills for himself.
I mean, what do? It just feels like they're completely helpless at this point, Tundra. And this has been since the game was like dead even in net worth, right?
It was pretty
Tundra
much...
had that lead, they lost that mid-fight, and then it was just a little bit of a swing around. That's all Spirit needed, that one fight, that one timing where Satanic perfectly knew when to turn up with the armlet, Mask of Madness, BKB, and it's just all been downhill for Tundra from that point onwards. They just taken over everything about this game, Team Spirit.
And it was Tundra the one that they picked the fight. You know, they ran into them with the BKB on Nightfall to try. I don't think they respected that damage that you said. Yeah, this one's, it's done and dusted. Jerry, you have your butterfly and your gyro, but yeah, you're just going to get mega creep right here, it looks like.
I think you've got to have a better plan for the first pick DK that Spirit are happy to run with. They seem very, very good with it.
And you know what? You did kill Miposhka, I don't know how many times, I think 9 or 10 times this game, but it's not enough, clearly, to just kill Miposhka that much.
They're going to come in with a buyback for Laurenov.
Look at Nightfall.
He's just got to run. And he's not even going to get the chance to do that. He's dead. No buyback on him. I think we're looking at a game 3 pretty soon here, Fogged.
Yep.
33. He's caught by the X, the Cursed Crown. Saxon trying to push them off the back. Satanic just pops the BKB, continues to punch into them. They have managed to kill the Void Spirit, but Satanic,
the raid boss,
he might be eyeing up that rampage we talked about earlier.
Can he find it? Looks like they maybe are leaving it for him. No, they're just going to take it. Miposhka, he'll be unstoppable now after being like having 9 deaths. He's got, what, 7 kills or something?
And Saxon will throw out another buyback. They're trying to stop him. They're trying to slow him down.
He ain't moving.
As it cost them the 3 buybacks here.
This has to be, what's his GPM actually looking like? It has to be some absolutely insane numbers here. 849 for the DK.
It's crazy. Satanic plays it perfectly.
He's just standing there, menacingly. They can't do anything to him. Saxa, not gonna. Pushka keeps getting these kills.
How many kills has he got?
Now, he's 9-9.
9-9.
GG.
There we go. GG's called, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to a game 3 here between Spirit and Tundra.
All it took was one fight.
And I'm really excited to see what goes down in the draft really next time around and how Tundra kind of responds to this. Do you have the answer for the Dragon Knight? Because of course Spirit, they don't stray away from it. They get the chance to. They're going to go with it another time around. A very different draft around it. But yeah, it's still the Satanic Dragon Knight that we saw pop off last game. Have Tundra, in your eyes, got a bit of a better approach against it this time?
I'm not sure. The Phoenix definitely helps a lot. I think that's my favorite one that they have in their game plan. Just the Sunray as the game progresses. Fire Spirits are always going to be annoying, and just the Egg in particular can be a bit difficult to hit. But the Nyx Assassin for me just feels out of place. I think I've only really seen this hero picked up when it's played versus like that Ancho or that Shen, so that you have something that's specifically countered. I'm curious to see what was the determining factor for Saxa. Maybe having a break function from his shard at some point to be able to focus fire the DK. I'm not sure. I'll have to see what Saxa is going to be able to do with it. And something else that Spirit did that I'm unsure if it's the entire like concept of what they want. Is Saxa actually might just be in some trouble here. There's some tag team.
Yeah, tag team Dragon Tail and into the dead shot. That's going to be first blood for Team Spirit.
So yeah, they
will get the free bounce though.
Oh, they do get the free bounce, but yeah, losing the Nyx immediately off the back, Miposhka was able to get it, and maybe they are starting that tri lane. Well, he's TPing, so maybe because they got the first blood, not going to be the case. But interesting thing that I was looking at from the 3 cores that they pick: DK, Dragon's Blood, tons of armor; Primal Beast, Uproar, tons of armor; Tiny, when he gets Grow, tons of armor. So they're going to get innately incredibly tanky on top of just being, you know, strength heroes. They have some of the higher strength gain in particular, which can be perhaps a bit difficult. Sven is one of those heroes that does deal enough damage to sometimes go through it. But
sure, but it
could get durable.
It's going to be a lot of HP, a lot of armor to work with.
So that's a bit of a curious thing.
As the panel said, though, when it comes to Tundra's lineup, the one that could quite literally be the shining star, it is this Phoenix, right? You look at what it's up against. Sure, there's more, but outside of that, it's pretty much smooth sailing for a Phoenix, right?
Exactly.
It could get out of control.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I would say also, the other thing is I can never write this off in any game. It's Visage with Storm on his team. When you get the Shard on the Storm, the damage numbers go absolutely through the roof, too. So I think 15-minute timing could be something that Tundra's looking to play off if they do come out of these good lanes. Spirit, I think a lot of teams are learning how to play versus this Visage, as we saw there. Immediately has a salve when he starts the lane on Satanic, so he just eats a couple soul exsumptions, backs up salves, he's back up to full HP. So 33, not able to get that early kill that we do see him get a ton of times. Bottom load, this lane in particular, Malik should be chilling. He should have a very good time down here versus Nightfall.
Yeah, should be very unlikely to die. And seeing they can combo quite nicely with the force of the dead shot, allowing them to keep the heroes underneath the trample.
Laurenoff will probably have the edge, I would imagine, in this mid matchup, but not by a significant margin either. That's why Laurel, he asked for this one. So, I'll say Spirit, they're in a good position and like kind of in all three lanes, I would say. The Storm maybe will get that, like we said, slight advantage, but it's not that big of a deal. So I'd say 2 lanes that look great, like pretty darn good for Spirit, and the one that's kind of like a trade in a way. His bottom, I don't see how, I don't see either one of them really do die. Even Rue, unless he literally just steps up and eats a stun from the Sven and under creeps or something. Unless Whitemon can work the magic, which we have seen. You know, Tianming, he did have that unbelievable performance on that Phoenix the other day.
I think just sort of any time if they do get to go on Rue, it's highly likely that the Primal's going to be able to stomp them down.
Yeah.
They try and focus the Moeta.
Soul Assumptions to connect. Miposhka. He's got a salve in the ready in the backpack too, so he'll be able to heal through that one. We're not having a good edge now. At least in terms of just 3 or 4 more CS. Or 4 more CS after this range creep goes down. But yeah, I'm really curious about this next pick. If it is really just about the break, or if it's about them setting up ganks with the Storm Spirit, with the Shard, and just kind of this mid-game thing. Because it's not the strongest 4 position in terms of laning when you're playing with the Visage. Unless you're strictly countering one of those Chenzer and Chantress. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what Sux is going to do.
It can definitely end up being one of those supports that gets cleaned up in the midst of a team fight by a couple of hits from a Dragon Knight very easily.
Oh yeah.
It can get rough.
DK always likes to play versus these type of heroes in the lane as well. Sucks it. Or maybe it's just gonna he's just gonna move around, but they'll actually be able to move first. Miposhka able to get the setup there. You can see this a lot from Miposhka, I feel like, this game. Since he is playing with this DK who's already doing great in the lane versus this Visage, could look to make moves around, and he can trade pretty effectively here versus Soxa too. He's got the tag team back up. Every single time, you gotta stun him and push away. Bottom, they continue to just threaten Nightfall. Keeps getting good in low HP, and Rude, does he have the connection? He does!
He does!
What a play.
Beautiful dead shot to catch him.
And it's a DK who's not really getting slowed down at all, and it's a Sven who is getting slowed down at the moment. And Satanic, he hasn't even bought the raindrop yet in the lane. Now it's coming out, so even more so that he should just be able to sustain through the damage that comes up here. 33 is still last hitting decently.
Sure, but it's just the fact that Spirit are dealing with any sort of pressure that a lot of lanes against the Visage will falter to early on. Yeah, Visage not the case here for Spirit this game.
Visage is about getting those kills early, especially when you've got this fast. So. And yeah, Nightfall, he's 16-3, so he's getting slowed down at a decent amount here. Malik, gonna make the go. They see that he's out of mana on the Sven.
No chance for a stun. He's gone. Straight away. Yeah, they were very, very quick to make that move, as you mentioned, just knowing that that wasn't going to be the stun. They do lose Malik, but happily dying there for the fact that they push Nightfall out of the lane once more.
And overall, Sven, one of the things that he does not like to play against in a lot of games is BKB piercing disables. These long stuns, they have a lot of them on the side of Team Spirit as the game will progress. Both the Tusk and the Primal Beast will be able to provide that.
They're deep.
33 is very far forward.
He's under the tower. TP comes in from Lyle. They'll be very quick to put a stop to this sort of dive play as 33 gets taken out.
They'll even bring Malik. He can just go through the portal to get his way back toward bottom, but bringing even the Primal Beast to stop that dive.
Whitemon did come across.
Hello.
Well, they'll both pop through the twin gate together.
Whitemon, give him some harassment. Won't be able to set up for him. He's actually going to be able to get the Lotus. Oh, they didn't actually go get it on Nightfall. Nice play there from Malik. 5-1, this early game, very good for Spirit. Last time they actually were faltering a bit inside of that laning phase. This time around, having a very, very good start across the board here.
Stupendous.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this matchup's going to be of the DK versus Sven, because I feel like DK just, on paper to me, in my mind, it just feels like a better Sven.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
right?
like, you look at what Elder Dragon form does, and you look at what God Strength does, and I feel like one of them does a whole lot more than the other nowadays.
Yeah, one just gives you incredible damage and range,
Yep.
and one builds Armlet, and the other one doesn't really anymore. Dota 1 days, yes, we used to see Armlet on the Sven, but you're not going to want to go down that route by any means. Of course, you just go your standard Mask of Madness, Echo, etc. if you'd like to do that. But yeah, it's going to be a slower start for Nightfall, as we said, because of how that lane went. 2,900 net worth at the moment on him, and he's only level 4. The DK is about to hit 6. Setting up Satanic for success again. Yeah, he's got 6. So Elder Dragon form, it's online. And he's actually got a catapult wave top too. Might be able to just put some damage onto this tower if you'd like to. Miposhka even playing in a very aggressive position around the triangle, watching Saksa. Starting to sandwich toward the mid lane. They definitely have control to be able to kill the Storm. They're actually going to make the move themselves. They want to start slowing down Satanic. 33.
Miposhka's got the control. Whitemon comes in with the backup, but won't be able to save 33. As Satanic gets the... I mean, Whitemon, he's moving forward with the Sunray. Okay, he's got the numbers. He's got the backup with Saxtra and Lorinov. So they'll get Miposhka. They'll try and turn towards Satanic, but
No way.
That's not going to happen at all. Satanic able to walk away perfectly fine.
That was a... Saksa threw a blood grenade. I was like, what the? There's no one there to connect. I thought maybe the Sven was coming through the portal, but I'm like, even then, I don't think Sven wants to turn up at this point. Nightfall needs to just be in recovery mode after the way that lane went down. Spirit, I feel like they're in a really, really good spot after these lanes.
So.
It looks great for them.
You see the DK and the Tiny at the top.
And they gave Laurel these. They've given him all 3 kills. So he's got Soul Ring Treads. He's got the Arcade too. He gets it in the bottle. They're looking for the Sven to slow him down too. While Satanic is just not getting slowed down at all. He's just standing his ground under tower.
Yeah, it's just been a bit of a slower start this game from 33. We've seen him take over early many a time on the Visage, but against Spirit this game in the lane, just wasn't able to do so against their matchup.
Lorinov is kind of the only core that's having a good time on their side on Tundra. Kind of all of them, out of all of them. Whitemon's doing pretty okay too, actually. He's level 5. He is soon going to have that 6. And as we said, that is perhaps one of those X factors. But Laurel...
They're looking for Rue, but Laurel's in with the backup. They get the combo into the dead shot straight down on a Whitemon. They kill the Phoenix. And Rue doesn't get even close to dying.
And Saksa, he's going to run toward his buddy, but Laurel does have that Arcane Rune, so he's got the toss at the ready again. Saksa's got to just run.
And space is made. You know, Malik has been able to finish off the bottom tier 1.
Wow, yeah, he's very farmed on this Primal Beast now too. Soul Ring as well for him. And they're putting, they're just looking and kind of limiting Nightfall's places that he can just go to farm. Scan comes out, catch Saksa when he's making this sneaky play. Satanic, he's going to be careful with that.
The mid.
Mid.
Silence onto the both of them. Underneath the tier 1, not going to have any further follow-up this time. So Tundra will survive through the attempt.
Satanic, he's not really feeling that pressure. Saksa still is only level 5. They do not have the damage to make Nightfall.
They're going for him. They'll get TP backup coming in. They've caught him in the shards, and they've got enough to finish him with the trample. It's close. The tag team damage, not enough to kill him. Nightfall will live. They'll be able to keep him safe, and will manage to turn and take Malik out.
Good rotations.
The backup's there.
Very nice moves. Malik actually did like a really heads-up play where he runs ahead of where the stun is, so they can maybe get the grab. But there's actually 4 heroes that end up coming in, so they're able to protect Nightfall. That was a scary position for Nightfall to farm for a second.
Oh, it's going to be a scary position for the Storm. They've got the lockdown by looks of it into the silence. The snowball comes across. It's not enough.
He's out of mana.
Is there anything else to catch him? The shard drops there.
Do they have another toss? Laurel, he wants to try to go for it. Doesn't have the vision.
Maybe the dead shot.
Oh! Doesn't get it. They'll be able to strike back, but they have to bring the squad. They have to bring 4 people to push them out to try to secure Nightfall's farm.
Yeah, living on the edge down there, Tundra.
I can't believe
Nightfall and Lorinov scrambling back to the fountain.
Raindrops saving lives. 33 starting to do 33 mechanics, so he's triple stacking at the moment. So he's stacking with his hero, and he's using both birds to get those stacks going. So he's trying to set up for that farm for the Sven. Very nice micro from him. So Nightfall will have those to go back on, but it is scouted. So Team Spirit could imagine that they could even contest that area if that ward is even still up when they go for it. Because they have very good heroes to just push through there. Satanic, top of net worth, all 3 cores at the top of the board here. And as we've said, they're very tanky bruisers this game. And Malik, he's not going to deviate too much in terms of like auras or anything. He's just going to go BKB. There's no BKB Pierce in lockdown versus him, so if he just BKBs and grabs a target, they're stuck. They're going to be held down.
That's going to give them more than enough time for Satanic to follow with the damage on whoever's locked down.
We'll see 33 again. Stack an Ancient, stack a second Ancient, stack another camp, so another triple stack that's going to be going for him. On the other side, there's also crazy stacks being formed there for the DK.
Saxa's trying to scout to throw out a dust. It won't catch on to Saxa. Miposhka did suspect that something was going on around here.
It's just kind of scouting, though. They can't really go for a kill. Even with Whitemon there onto Miposhka, he could just survive, just snowballing and protecting himself. Blink done. That is very early for Laurel. On top of Treads and Soul Ring and Stick, it's not a naked Blink. It's also level 9, so a very good start for him off of these lanes. Can definitely look to accelerate things now on the side of Spirit. They're hitting very early timings versus this lineup that can be a pretty fragile in terms of, 4 of their heroes. Just the Sven really a bit tankier. More and more stacks being made. The Kobold will actually mess up one of the stacks in Spirit. They're looking to maybe steal them. Or maybe get a kill as they go.
They get the chance to take these stacks.
That would be devastating. I mean, Satanic's going in. They're in position to go for them. Tundra, they get the combo.
It's a two-man avalanche straight away here from Law with the initiation. They'll take Whitemon down. Lorenoff is trying to go for Satanic, but he does not have the damage to threaten the Dragon Knight right now. The silence continues on towards Nightfall. They'll turn take out Brew. They'll look for Miposhka. They'll get the 2 supports. But the Cause of Spirit, they're backing off.
Hey, Whitemon, that's how much they're like, we cannot lose these stacks.
They have to protect them and clean them up ASAP, and they will manage to do that here. Nightfall, with the remainder of the God Strength, should be able to sort out these stacks.
Literally all 5 heroes making their move over. Tundra, a good identification that those were about to get stolen, because if they do lose those, that would be absolutely devastating, as Satanic is already quite massive on this DK. Now he's got his stacks to go back to. They don't make it. He kills it too fast. Whitemon is trying to run in as fast as possible versus him, but it's clear, so just a bit too quick for them to connect. Saxa is going to go for a steal, it looks like, on that Wisdom rune. Looks like he should just be able to get it, too. And is it going to be an immediate purchase on Lorenoff for the shard or not? Right now, he has gone for his Ogre Axe, so it doesn't mean it's going to delay that shard. It's not going to hit exactly at that 15-minute mark in particular to get that extra damage for the birds. But they have gotten Nightfall into a much more comfortable position, but not one that
those stacks.
Not one that's great, though, by any means either, because he's level 10, Satanic's level 12.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And we'll just have to talk about that innate tankiness, of course, of the heroes that we said from earlier, just the HP. But yeah, they all have extra armor that they can pop, either with Uproar or they just have the Grow. They're quite tanky. Level 3 Stun Ray is online, though, for Whitemon. His levels are pretty decent. Probably going to be one of the better tools that they can go for killing these tanky boys, as they'll surround up top.
Well, they could look to dive Malik here. He's very tanky.
He's expecting it, though. He's pinging. Look at the high fives.
Backup's on the way for Malik.
He's like, please do it. I'm 2,300 HP.
Tundra, they know that this is up and that they don't want to commit on to Malik. They want to see what else there is. Lars going to get the jump, though. They're straight for Whitemon. He's out.
They almost
long time as well, of course, off the back of that buyback earlier. He's gone for nearly a full minute, 15 minutes into the game.
They're bringing Lorenoff up top, too. But I don't know if they have damage to go through these guys.
It's risky to try and push for a fight.
Resummon. We'll be able to protect his birds.
Saxa.
They're really going to try this for Malik.
Okay, they're going to try. The burst through Malik.
He's just too tanky.
He's able to charge away.
Oh, and Rue, he's been digging up some salves, so Malik might not even have to go all the way back to the base. He's backpacking his items, throwing those salves in, so he's going to be back around, what, like 1,000 HP or more to be able to stick around. And in the meantime, Satanic, he takes your mid tower.
They're shot the tower top, but you're right, this is just more space for Satanic as you can continue to see the gap grow between him and Nightfall.
And look at these stacks. Oh my goodness. Can we get a stack counter? Who's got more? We have 33 who's been triple stacking on one side,
surely.
But Miposhka's just been stacking like crazy over here. And yeah,
we've got 13 total from Spirit and 8 from Tundra.
Yeah, and overall, in the current meta, from what I've seen, DK just looks so much more intimidating than Sven. And he has a gold lead advantage and an XP advantage by a significant amount.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that on the win rates, right?
Yeah.
Of course, there's a bit of a bigger sample pool for DK, but sometimes that favors against him. But yeah, still like a 65% plus win rate. Whereas Sven, he's 1-4 so far this tournament.
And Saksa just gets deleted. I mean, they're trying to go for Malik, but it's not happening. Literally a 2,400 HP hero that they just can't really threaten. I think if they have the shard on the Storm, which they do now, then they can go for those kills on Malik.
Oh, they're setting up. Snowball,
the shot.
It's in onto the three of them. They're going to move straight in on this one.
Dead.
The Phoenix Supernova
is he? Oh, he's not.
to the side. Nightfall suffice.
Holy!
He's going to be able to take out the two of them.
Oh my goodness!
They could go for Rue as well. Lorenov sips forward. They'll get the pretty big cleanup here. 4 kills to be found by Tundra.
It looked like he was going to get burst, and then holy moly!
Spirit, they rolled straight into that one.
Because look at it, he gets like comboed up, the avalanche, the toss hits him, but he lands back at full HP.
I mean, that's crazy.
That is so much damage from these birds.
Surviving through that. Whitemon, of course, perfect position to get the supernova off. They cannot touch it.
I mean, Storm Shard, that was the timing. Fighting around it with the birds. They're able to just clean house when they get the stuns. Oh, it did look like they were going to pop Nightfall then, but wow. That damage that comes in, it is explosive. Damn, Storm Shard, man, is so scary when you've got those Visage birds. And even the double hit that came from Nightfall.
This was the fight, what must have happened, but did he have the BKB and wasn't able to press it, or he didn't have it quite done yet on Satanic?
Don't think he quite had it yet.
Because that fight just coming a moment too soon then, maybe, because if the BKB was there, I stood a better chance of getting the kills and taking the team fight.
That is exactly when Tundra needed this.
Yep.
To get Nightfall into a nice, comfortable spot. Now he's got the match levels, too, and my goodness, I was worried for him for a second when they got that toss onto him, but wow.
Yeah, that's closed the gap completely between Nightfall and Satanic.
And now 33 has a Crimson Guard. Quickly picked up after that one, too. On his way toward his pipe, gonna go for those auras to tank through. A 3K lead now for them.
Stupendous.
Showing in the fights, even if they do get caught, they've got the squad around that Storm Shard. The damage is definitely there versus these tanky bruisers.
Sax is on the hunt.
Satanic does have the BKB for this next go. And they are gonna look for it.
They're gonna
Look for Lorenov.
Look for the fight here. They'll get the grab. And they've got the damage. They take Lorenov out. They'll be able to find Whitemon as well. They get the 2 quick kills at the same time. Rue and Lal, they're dealing with Saxa. They've got him controlled. Avalanche is out. So when Tundra's caught split up, Spirit, they experience no struggle in getting kills like this. They just straight up walked up and went for them. Like,
they saw Lorenov under the ward, so they were able to get the wrapper. They literally just stunned him around the tree line. Now even stalking Nightfall. I mean, Satanic's just going to take away the triangle here, and yeah, they've drawn the line, so Nightfall should be more than protected. This is an exciting game, though. 9-14, we're seeing explosive damage on both sides. Even if these heroes are very tanky on the side of Spirit, if they do have everybody together on Tundra, they can still do that damage. And Nightfall, he is completely recovered, so we're going to get to see this matchup in full effect. The Sven versus the DK when they're pretty much at even state.
Let's see, because I do feel it is not going to get easier for this Sven.
It doesn't feel like it, right? Maybe because he has the buff up of that Storm Shard, it is going to be that difference maker, and they are going to look for a fight here. They've got the egg available.
Saxa. Oh, they see him.
They will get the catch on Rue.
They do manage to get the jump on Rue. Be able to get the ultimate off, but he's getting burnt by the Sunray. Support for support.
Silence will clip Whitemon for a second there. Malik, he's got BKB in 2 seconds. He's thinking about going.
Well, so he can get some sort of setup. Nightfall's going to try and turn towards Malik, but the Avalanche is out. Satanic, he's ready with the Dragon Form. They've got the grab onto Nightfall. They're focusing down the Sven. This time they'll get him.
And
They can take the egg down as well. No problem in this fight. It's a double kill for Satanic. They're getting the cleanup as Tundra. They've just got to try and get these two out of there. Lorenov's able to run. 33, he's going to get caught by the Avalanche from Lal as Lal catches him in the tree line. This is the sort of fights that I think Tundra will begin to fear against Team Spirit. Satanic getting the triple kill. If they don't somehow account for the Dragon Knight at the start of the fight, the Dragon Knight will kill you all.
Oh, Nightfall, he maybe feels a bit stronger because of how that last fight went down, where he was able to just get that big kind of connection right afterwards, but that's that BKB disable that there isn't really on the side of Tundra. They can just grab him. He didn't even get the BKB off, actually, so just gets instantly locked down. And it turns into a Roche.
Yeah,
things accelerating.
And they're going to have extra lockdown as well for the next fight. Rue's got his Atos finished on the Muerta.
Oh, wow, he does, yeah.
At the same time, though, the BKB has been finished by Lauren. So we'll at least have the chance to freely zip-zap around the fight.
Unless he gets grabbed or punched, there is still...
But I imagine most of the time, Malik, he's going to be focused on grabbing this fight.
Almost every time, I would imagine.
Unless it's like a pick-off.
Yeah. And now Satanic has again, now a decent chunk advantage over the Sven, so that matchup again is going to look to be difficult. SNY finished up.
I really just feel that the issue is that Tundra, they don't have the same sort of mechanism to lock down the Dragon Knight through the BKB as obviously Spirit do against the Sven.
I was about to say, one thing that they can get though, up with getting this Tormentor, is if they get lucky a bit with the RNG, is if they get Whitemon for the shard. He does get it, so this is a pretty massive one. If they're able to get good position with these Sunrays and Eggs, it could be a difference maker, absolutely. I mean, it's eyes on Whitemon for that X
He's got the
Factor play.
Dagon, he can probably solo this, right? Is it enough, the numbers?
With Raindrop and wall, it's close. I think he might need a little more. Nope, he could solo it.
He could have done it. He didn't believe in himself.
Oh, he has Grove Bow. I didn't see he had Grove Bow. My bad.
Full pipe now for Malik.
Level 18 DK. Level 17 on Nightfall. Nice stun. Stops the toss.
Should be able to run from this.
Gets toward his team. Barrel. He's got the Conda.
He's ready to jump in on this.
He's thinking about it. He's got Satanic in the area who has an amp damage. Well, you do not want to fight this DK right now.
Again, just continuing to take over their side of the map. Getting their farm.
Yeah, Miposhka's playing near him as well, too, just in case of anything. He's just staying near his buddy. Pipe now also finished. 33. We'll be able to match that aura. But overall, there's not, I mean, there's a lot of physical.
It is a lot of physical, yeah.
It'll help, of course, versus a good chunk of like the primals damage, and versus the the tiny combo. But feels like overall Malik's pipe is going to be quite a bit more effective versus that Phoenix damage that's going to be
Radiant's middle
coming
tower
out.
is under
Tower,
attack.
tier 2. It falls.
Radiant's middle tower.
Up the Poshka.
They'll find him.
That's an easy one.
Can they get more? Malik.
They're going to certainly try for it. They're looking towards Malik.
He's got BKB if he needs to just BKB TP, but they're waiting on high ground with Satanic.
The rest of this Dragonborn to play with. Lars making his way over towards the fight.
Malik.
He's going to go back in. Satanic trying to find his target.
Nightfall. He gets
Dragon Tail. Get the opening stun into the grab. They got enough to finish him off? No. Nightfall's able to put the BKB trying to fight back. They'll look towards Malik. They're trying to get the egg. One more hit. They'll kill it. They'll kill the egg, but Satanic took a lot of damage for this. Can he survive throughout it all? Gets caught by the stun. That's the Aegis gone.
Tundra doesn't want to get anything. Doesn't want to keep fighting here, though. Gonna back away. Carl, 2 seconds on the blink.
Might get 33. No, can't quite see him out of vision, so they'll get the chance to escape the rest of them, Tundra.
A lot expended by Tundra, but they at least are able to take out that Aegis and get a big kill onto a core.
And keep Nightfall safe.
Yeah. Keep him growing. He's level 18 now. Still a little bit behind the DK, but still seeing that he can. If he gets the Warcry off, he is able to survive versus the damage of that DK. Saksa.
Scout them, but they will be prepared.
33's trying to cut Rue off.
It's a hard chase to go for. Backup from Miposhka's here as well.
Satanic's coming back over. Dragon form is at the ready. God's Strength still has 30 seconds on cooldown.
Under attack. Radiant's
Oh, Whitemon steps up, allows him with the combo.
Finds him. And they'll find Nightfall's courier.
And they could chase over for more here, Malik.
Can they actually disengage? Can they get
away?
away?
33 and Saxa, they've got to split, they've got to run. The Atos
33's caught.
is going to catch on to him. Lorenoff's going to try and help out. Nightfall is here as well. They'll turn towards Malik. They'll burst through him. Malik's
Huge
gone.
damage.
They can go for anything more here with Nightfall. A couple of seconds until the God Strike's back up, and he's soon going to have the BKB ready to press once more.
Maybe
Moment, Satanic's not really too close, so can't get over that quickly to help out. Rue.
Snowball
Stave's going to be there now. Satanic's being able to join the rest of them. Does he want to commit for this fight? Lal is in with the jump. They'll go for Saxon first. He gets the spike carapace off, but he'll still die very quickly.
This game is just a constant skirmish. It's 36 kills in 26 minutes. Both teams just wanting to duke it out. Satanic has hit 20, so he's got that talent.
It's very close to having the full Daedalus. Still continues to be quite that bit ahead of Nightfall in the carry matchup this game.
Yes, we are seeing though, even though they do have a tanky Malik, when they do have that Storm Shard plus the birds, it really just rips anyone to shreds still. This game, continuing to deliver.
I mean, Satanic knows that Nightfall's going to farm this.
Nightfall, careful.
On his own,
Please.
he can't do this, but he can certainly force Nightfall to back away.
I thought Miposhka was a little bit closer, but not the case. TPing to the outpost, they see
Whitemon
Whitemon, gets the dive off, and now Miposhka.
The snowball's going to be pretty deep. He is able to make it back up to the high ground. They're going to try and zip forward and punish this, but Loronov's used quite a bit of mana. Now he's caught by the Atos. Silence to follow up. Satanic coming in with the wraparound. Malik's got the grab. They move straight onto him. Satanic pulls the BKB. They've got the fear into the silence, into the punch-up. They lock him down perfectly.
Great
Team Spirit as Loronov's gone.
Very nicely executed there by Rue. That Atos, they literally waited kind of perfectly with the way they synergized
They did.
with
They
those
made
stuns.
sure that they maximized the amount of time they could keep Loronov controlled.
They just keep running at them, though. Spirit is continuing to just keep Tundra on their side of the map pretty much this entirety of the last, what, feels like the last like 7 minutes or so. They keep just keeping Nightfall in particular not able to access his Ancients either. He's keeping having to farm bottom side rather than being able to get those big Ancients. So seeing that net worth continue to grow for Satanic.
Yeah, that's the thing with the map as it is. There's just no chance for Nightfall to close back in until they are able to find some sort of fight or push Spirit off their side of the map.
And Satanic, it's probably the best neutral item that he can get. Does get the Vindicator's Axe for this DK as well. Elven Tunic was picked up for Nightfall. Pretty decent one, but I feel like Vindicators in most situations is just one of the best for these cores. Nightfall, he does have his Daedalus, and he's about to hit his 20, so increased survivability in these fights. That Warcry could be a difference maker versus Satanic. Dust is laid down. Oh, Saksa.
He makes a bit of an attempt to disrupt and steal the Wisdom Room, but that's an easy one for Spirit to get.
Blink now onto Miposhka, so easier forms of being able to lock down these targets.
Satanic's hitting the base.
He's just hitting the high ground.
Yep, now the Dragon forms up. He's got BKB ready to press as well if they try and jump him. Oh,
Whitemon.
Oh, he's going to get the catch on a Whitemon.
They've got the grab.
And they've got the Phoenix.
He's dead for 50. He's got buy. Laurel. He's got BKB.
He's got Satanic and Malik by his side. Tier 3 about to go down.
No glyph.
And they can push on 5 versus 3, and look at the damage this Dragon Knight does, tearing through the buildings.
Insane. And they're rallied around him. Miposhka at the ready with the save. He's got that blink if they do want to make a go, but they don't actually want to use a buyback.
Into this?
Don't want to make the move.
Satanic, he's stepping up. Lal, he's going to look for the toss back. Doesn't get it this time. Run off. Vortex on towards him. They'll use the buyback now.
Nightfall.
Whitemon's ready to come in for the fight, but indeed Nightfall's got to run. He puts
He's dead.
But the crit comes through. 1,379 damage there for that hit for Satanic. It's a double kill for the Dragon Knight. As Tundra, they're going to try and fight back against this, but they're without their carry. They're without Nightfall.
Lornoff doesn't have the damage by himself.
They get the catch onto Miposhka. Miposhka caught by the familiar stuns. He will die, but Lal, he's ready to go in for round 2. They'll put the Phoenix egg at the side. Is holding his position. Whitemon pushing Spirit back as they can't fight under the Phoenix Supernova for now. Malik, he'll get left behind. So Tundra, it will manage to find something.
2 buybacks, and they still lose the racks.
They might not even be done yet. I mean, Spirit's still hanging around.
Looks like the core is worth thinking about for a second, but they're going to back up.
Yeah, not long until Dragon Form is going to be back up for Satanic, but they won't take the risk. They're very close to their next bit of progression. I think about, 400 gold, and the AC is going to be done for Satanic.
Nightfall did a whopping 1,000 damage in the fight. He literally can't do anything. He walks in, the BKB comes out, but the BKB disables are there, and they just focus fire him. This DK it still is the same thing that we saw similar to that last game. It's not a gyro on the opposing side, but he just rips him to shreds.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I feel like the teams watching this, they're kind of going to be racking their brains at just like what is the best solution against this Satanic DK? Because everyone's going to know that Spirit, they're very likely to just keep doing this. Just pick it up first in the draft or early on. And if you haven't got some sort of great idea on paper, this Dragon Knight's going to destroy you.
Yeah, even versus that crazy amount of armor that Warcry can provide, it just didn't matter. He literally just killed him right through it. I think the Crimson was also popped too. It doesn't matter because of the heavy hits that he's able to dish out. And they're going again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they still have that base ward as well too. Roche, it's about 1 minute and 15 seconds away. But Spirit, they're feeling their power, especially at the, probably Satanic making the call too in particular, being like, follow me, and I will carry this game. drew the line. They saw them exiting with that base ward. It wasn't taking out. They know exactly where Tundra is.
He's the first to fall. They get the jump in onto the side. They get the punch up onto 33. They're ready to keep this cleanup going here, Spirit. 33's gone. Double kill for Satanic.
That base ward. It's rare that you don't see these taken away. You know, that they don't get dewarded, and they see the exact way that they're making the move.
2 heroes down without buyback on Tundra.
The wave for mid is starting to come in. Lornoff was TPing maybe to cut the wave. It looks like he is going to try to. They're going to pop Glyph for it. Look at the line drawn by Nightfall. He's like, cut all the waves. Don't let them hit our base. But Lornoff, he's got no TP.
Yeah, and wasn't able to completely drag the aggro away. So the creep wave will follow up in the mid lane, allowing Satanic to siege the base once more to the side.
Another catch, Saxa.
Saxa tries to sneak about, but they have the sentry set up. They know where he is.
This DK, yeah, I think it's got to go versus Spirit.
You think so?
It's
I think
14, 1,
made a
and
pretty
4.
good case for it.
He's just, yeah, untouchable. It really does feel like. Besides that mid play, it's been a flawless performance from Satanic. Is this last set? What are you going to do? You've just got 2 heroes versus the 5.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Nightfall. He just can't hit anybody. He can't do damage in this game.
Top tower is under attack.
That 1 and 4 win loss. It's going to move to 1 and 5 for Sven so far this tournament. It hasn't been a carry.
And he's grabbed. And he's gone. That's with the DK not even hitting him.
Yeah, that basically summarizes, you know, Sven in this tournament right now. It's not the carry to go with Fogged, it feels like.
This was an impressive one from Spirit. Their draft, of course, but the way that they played around it, it's beautiful. Laurel with this tiny. How many tossbacks are we going to see?
Tundra, they'll play it out for one more fight, but Spirit should very easily be able to clean this up. The Supernova's there, they'll focus it, take it down. Whitemon's gone, 33's not TPing out of this. GG is called as Spirit looking very hot with these 2 victories today as they'll take the series 2-1 against Tundra. And yeah, these Dragon Knight lineups, Satanic,